Happy New Year! We are starting Season 6 today. So, welcome to Season 6, Episode 1 of Gemma Darling Daily. I'm your host, Danielle, and I am going to be here talking to you about all things yarn and knit-alongs and fiber, and of course, at the end, I'm going to do a massive political rant, I'm sure. But, let's see. I don't even know what else to say. I'm so out of practice. Thank you all for following along with Vlogmica, and then we went into Vlogmas. I had so much fun doing it and reading all your comments, and I had so much fun watching everyone else's. I think that we're all going a little stir crazy from the pandemic, and it was a lot of fun to just see inside of other people's houses. Your house is a mess too? That's great. It made me feel better about myself. And the people that didn't have messy houses gave me ideas on how to make my house look nicer. So hopefully we are going to be vlogging the 14 days of Valentine's Day starting on February 1st. And we hope that you will tune into that. But I did want to get a podcast out before then. So today I have a special guest, and she's going to kick off our talk about knitting. She got a knit kit from Loopy Mango from Santa Claus for Christmas, and she wanted to tell you guys all about her knitting journey and show you all of her stash acquisitions. So I am going to turn it over to Francesca, the Knitting Wonder. Take it away, Francesca.
Okay. Hello, Danny friends. I am going to show you my knitting and how I knit.
Okay.
Today.
Okay, wait, let me get the camera better on you, because let's see.
And this is a blue scarf. My sister's name is Sammy, and her favorite color is blue and yellow. So I am going to show you how I knit.
You don't have to knit for them. You can just tell them about the scarf. Show them the kit. Show them the ball of yarn you're using. You want to show them how you knit?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it. You're going to knit a full row?
Yes. I'm going to knit some rows. This is how I knit.
You should probably talk while you're doing it, don't you think?
This is how I knit.
This is how I knit. We're just going to say that over and over again? You're hysterical.
This is how I knit.
This is how I knit?
This is how I knit. This is how I knit.
You're doing a great job.
Thanks.
I'm proud of you. Can I talk while you're doing that?
No.
Ah! Mean child. You're a mean child.
No.
So, what yarn are you using?
I am using a skein of pretty blue yarn. From Loopy Mango.
Loopy Mango.
Loopy Mango.
Loopy Mango. Oh, last one. Did it go through?
Yes.
You did that so fast! Wait, let's see. What do we do first? What do we do first when we're done with the row?
Count.
Okay, go ahead. How many stitches do we have? How many did you have?
12.
Good job! Yay!
And now I'll show you my ball. So this is the other one that I'm not going to use for this knitting.
You're not going to use it?
No, because it needs to be 8.5.
So this is Loopy Mango. It's their Merino number 5, right? You got to show them what it is and tell them what it is. Say it says Merino number 5.
It says Merino number 5.
And the color is Moody Blue.
And the color is Moody Blue. It really color is like a night blue.
A night blue. I think it's like a fresh blue sky, isn't it?
No, it's like a dark blue that's like a sky when it's like turning to be a black sky.
Oh, okay. Okay. We'll put that back in your box. And see, what else did you get with that?
And Mommy got me a unicorn pin, and it's a signal a different way than like the body is a unicorn.
And this is from Black Pearl Magic. We couldn't resist. I'm on the floor here.
I cannot even resist unicorn.
Okay, and what's that?
And Mommy got me some stitch markers. Look at these. Aren't they pretty?
Okay, let's see. Is it focusing? Sit down.
Aren't they pretty?
There you go. These are also from Black Pearl Magic. We got all the unicorn horns. There's actually one more pack in the basement. I forgot to bring it up.
And there's a glittery gold and pink.
Very good.
And then like at the top of this one, there's green, and then at the tippy bottom, there is a little bit of yellow.
Okay, and that's it. And then we're going to show your stash now.
Yeah. And I'm going to make Mima a hat for Valentine's Day. That's a present, a surprise present. So no one tell Mima, and her name is Marty. And I have a pretty pink for her.
And what is this pink called? This is also the Loopy Mango in the Merino number 5, and the color is Spicy Hot Pink.
Yeah, and it's really pretty. And this yarn from Loopy Mango is so soft.
Okay.
And then I have this green, like
Olive. It's an olive green.
Olive green, and it's also from Loopy Mango, and it's also the Loopy Mango 5.
The Merino number 5. And it's the colorway Army Green.
Army Green.
So we have that one to make another scarf.
And what's this one?
This one is same Loopy Mango, Merino number 5, and it's colorway Blue Lagoon.
Blue Lagoon,
This one's really pretty.
Blue Lagoon.
This one's really pretty. It has all these different fibers in it. Do you see? It's like all the different fibers of blue.
Yeah.
So we're going to use that one for Mima's scarf?
No, for Mima's hat.
Oh, okay. We're making Mima a hat?
Yeah.
So you have to learn how to knit in the round?
Yeah.
Oh,
so I can finally...
Oh, wait, we have one more.
Oh.
Here you go.
Ooh, and I also have this pretty purple olive from Loopy Mango 5.
It's Loopy Mango Merino number 5.
5.
Yes.
And I am 5.
So wait, next year do you have to knit with Merino number 6?
Yes.
Oh, there's no such thing, but okay. And this is colorway Purple Rain in the Merino number 5.
Ooh, Purple Rain.
That's like the Prince song in the movie.
Where does it say the name?
Right here. Purple Rain, right there by my finger.
Ah, see.
Okay. All right. So that was really great.
Yes, but I'm going to do some more rows.
No, we're not going to sit here and watch you knit. You can go to the side and knit, and I will continue podcasting.
No. I'm going to show them more knitting.
Okay, you go off to the side and get some done, and then we'll check in with you later, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Must keep knitting forever.
Is it stuck in your toes? Watch out, you're holding a needle. All right, go.
I'm careful.
All right, here you go. All right.
Scarfy! Sammy Scarfy!
Okay, I hope you liked that brief interlude with my little knitting prodigy. She is very into podcasting. So today we had the celebration video and the last Zoom for the Knit Along's Fall 2020 Cal, and it was so wonderful to see everyone's projects, and I did get a couple pieces in there, so I wanted to show you my FOs. Wait, your yarn is like all around here. Okay, here you go. See, it comes in this really nice box, actually, what we got her for Christmas, and it had the 2 needles and 2 balls of yarn. And it's really great if you're going to give it to someone, I would say maybe like between 5 and 8 that's learning how to knit. I highly recommend the Loopy Mango kits. All right, back to the knit along. So I finished 2 pieces. The first one I think I showed you. I'm not sure if I had it finished last time. This is the Shake Your Groove Thing poncho. And this is my poncho. I can't see you. And I love it. I was gifted a kit for it by Vanessa Van Ray. We all know and love Van Ray. She's one of my very, very most cherished knitting friends. And she gifted me a kit, and I used bits and pieces from here and there because someone took my purple ball and hid it and said, this is going to be for my poncho. And then when I asked her if she still wanted a poncho yesterday, she said no. So, I kind of have a toothache. That's not good. So I took scraps of what I had and scraps that came in the kits, even the kits that I bought for the other project, and I made this. And I really, really like the way it came out. I do. I really like it. And you were supposed to put less fringe on it, but hey, never apologize for too much fringe, baby. So I love it. I think it's really, really comfortable to wear. It's a lot of fun. And it's really great when you're sitting on the couch at night and you're cold and you want to knit and watch TV. You just throw it on, your arms are pretty free to knit, and it's not like trying to keep something over your shoulder. It's like on you. It's like wearing a blanket. So if you guys, even if you didn't do the knit along, I hope you will go online and grab some Knit Collage and make yourself one of these. It's a very, very quick knit, and it's a lot of fun. And if you do want to go on to Knit Collage and get yourself some Knit Collage, use Gigi's affiliate code, please. Usually she posts it in her stories, or, you know, just text her. Not right now, but if you, you know, in the coming days, if you see her talking about the Knit Collage and stuff, just ask her for her affiliate link so you can buy some good stuff, because you should see the stuff that she made. Amazing. She made one of these in orange, and she made the Loop It Up cardigan, which has like big loops, and of course they were in her signature orange, and they're amazing. So the next FO that I have, I know, 2 FOs in one podcast. It's like, oh, whole new year, whole new me. I actually wove in the ends. I did it all. I was like, I am going to finish these suckers. So this is my kaleidoscope cardigan. Now, you guys know that I had posted it and I was going to do it in a rainbow, and it just didn't work out that way. I think that for some reason I have trouble putting pieces in randomly. I have to plan it out. I don't know if it's some sort of obsessive compulsive thing, but I have to plan it out. So when something calls for like a scrappy this or a scrappy that, mine is not going to end up scrappy. And I'm jealous because I love seeing people who complete the scrappy ones. Christina from Chelsea Yarns made a beautiful kaleidoscope that's all scrappy with all sorts of things that she has, and it's exquisite. And for some reason, I just can't do it. I have to control it. I'm too controlling. So what I did was, I kind of made this into a coat. So some people did it, and it was like a short cropped cardigan, and it had the crochet border, and it just kind of had like a little, you know, a regular neck, kind of like this one actually, kind of like this. It came to a point here and then went down, and that is what I wanted to complete, but for some reason, I guess because I kind of hunch a little bit sometimes, they fall off my shoulders. I don't have very big shoulders. You know, bring back the 80s. Bring back the shoulder pads. My mother looked great in them. It took her years to get all the shoulder pads out of her clothes. Did you drop a stitch?
No, I have 13 stitches.
Yeah, because you picked up the first one. Okay. All right. Where's your other needle?
Right here.
All right. Excuse me for one moment while I perform a little bit of knitting surgery. Okay, so I fixed it. She did the common thing that most new knitters do, where instead of bringing the yarn down into the back to start the next row, she brought it up over and she pulled it up like when you're doing German short rows, and she had the 2 legs and she knit into both of them. But now she's fine and she can start again. So go ahead. And she found this while she was waiting for me. This was her pussy hat when she was a baby, and I knit it with the scraps from my pussy hat, and the only problem was her head was too big for it, and when I put it on, I have to insert a picture right here, it was so tight on her, and it came to like up here. It didn't even go on right, but it's so pretty. I didn't want to frog it. I thought she could give it to her daughter when she gets older. It's so pretty. This yarn is something about the tatas, like Save the Tatas or something by Dragonfly Fibers. And I love it. I actually have 2 more skeins of this. I got to do something with them. They're beautiful.
Why don't you save them for me to knit with?
Oh, someone's taken my stash already. Uh-huh. May I get back to my podcast, please?
Yes.
Thank you. So anyway, I turned the kaleidoscope cardigan into more of a coat because with bulky yarns, I don't like it when they're up on me. I like it when they're like they have some heft to them. So the longer you knit it, the more it kind of gets pulled down. And I didn't know what to do in terms of the color work for it. When she knits, she goes, knit, 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 knit. That's not annoying at all. Child. Shut up! All right, so. Sorry. All right. All right, enough. So what I did was I knit the whole top in the cream. And then as I got closer to the bottom, I put the color work there. So I put in a skein that was very, very white with a little bit of color in it. Then I put a skein in that's very, very pink. Like, it's white, but it's got a lot of pink woven into it. Then I put in a skein of pink, but I held it double with something very gold. And then I just did the straight pink on the bottom. And that, to me, gave me this really nice, just cute little fade on my tush. And I still got all the adornments that I love. These are two. I'm blowing out here. Let's move this lighting back. Let's see. Is that better? Okay. See how it's, yeah, there we go. And you can see all the adornments that I love. I love these little gold flowers. And so I have these random specks of gray, and I really, really love it. I love it. It's more like a coat. It hits right below my tush. And when I got to the bottom, I counted the stitches and I put in, it's a 4x4 rib on the bottom. If you can see that. See, I did 4 ribs, 4 knit and 4 purl right there. But what I did is on each side, I wanted it to end with knits so that it would look uniform when across the back. And there was an even number. So I split up one of the groups of 4 into 2 and 2, and I did 2 knits on one end and 2 knits on the other end. So it was like 2 knits, the purls, the knits, the purls, and it worked. So I had to sit there with a bit of graph paper. If you guys don't have one of those knitting journals, I suggest you get them. Or even there's a program, I'll put it in the down bar here, that you can get for your iPad where you just like tap the box and it will tell you, like, so you can work out color work patterns, or if you're gonna modify anything, you can put the charts in and you just literally tap the color and tap the box. And it's really a great program. I love using it to modify things. What, Franny? Did you do it?
My first stitch is loose.
Your first stitch is loose right here?
Uh-huh. My first stitch is loose.
Yeah, it is. Okay. We'll just...
More surgery.
No, I'm just pulling it along.
Da, 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 da.
Your hair is in it. All right, 12 stitches. You sound maniacal. 12 stitches. You did very good. Okay, it looks great. All right, are you done knitting for the day? You're going to keep going?
Yes, yes, yes.
Now she wants to knit. All right, keep going. But a quiet child is a nice child.
No quiet is a nice child.
All right, anyway, I would like to get through this before dinner, please. Your father's making the gravy tonight, and it's making me a little nervous. So, all right. So I'm trying to show you the whole coat, and the way that I have my setup here, it's not easy because I'm so close to the camera because I want you guys to be able to see everything. But I'll insert some pictures here or here or here or here so you can see the whole coat. I put this really big collar on it instead of just doing the crochet because when it's on me, I like when it goes all up my neck. Like I like it when it's like up my neck underneath here. So I put some short rows in it. I picked up all the stitches. I figured out what are just the neck from here, like from here around. And then I did the short rows back and forth from here to here. And it made this really nice hump in it. It's a hump collar. And it just made it folds over like really, really nicely. So if you can see that, I really, really like that. And I made that all the way down the front. So this is what the front looks like. I did it. I counted all the stitches and I realized I had a certain number and I planned it out so that there would be knits on the bottom of each side. So you need obviously a multiple of 2. I did a 2x2 down the front sides and across the back. So I just think it looks really nice. It took a little bit of math. And I know sometimes people just don't like to do that, but this is just a matter of like counting stitches. Draw a diagram on a piece of paper with all the numbers of the stitches and put in K's and P's and work it all the way back. And I mean, this is easy if you wanted to just do it up both sides. When you get to the back of the neck, whatever stitches they end up being, like 2 knits, 4 purls, whatever, you won't be able to see it. But I like it to be uniform. So I did that whole diagram and I figured it out. And I think it came out really, really nice. So you can see how it goes up in the middle there, right there. But it's really nice when you fold it over and it has a nice collar to it. So that is my kaleidoscope coat. And if anyone wants to know about my modifications, just write me. I'm not one for keeping up with Ravelry pages, but I will gladly answer any of your questions. I did put one of these balloon sleeves on it. I really just realized that I was too frustrated. I had started this like 3 times because I didn't like the size I was doing or I didn't like the colors I was doing. And for some reason, because Knit Collage patterns always tell you to slip the first stitch and go across, when I knit back, I wasn't slipping those stitches when I was coming to them, and I was like unknitting them and everything was like wonky. So I started this probably about 3 times. 3rd time was a charm. I did a size 2. Knit Collage patterns are generous, so I wanted it to be a little bit loose on me to fit maybe a long sleeve t-shirt underneath it. I could even fit a sweatshirt underneath this. It's nice and bulky and I can wear it as a coat. With the sleeve, instead of doing decreases down it, I just knit them in the round completely and then I matched the patterns that I had. What did you just throw at me?
My hat.
Children. Little girls, little girls.
You miss me a lot, but you want me a tiny.
Are you done knitting?
Well,
this is a knitting den. Oh, here. This is a knitting place.
well,
We knit here.
is it time to get back to me?
She's so full of herself, this kid. So I knit. Don't do it, please. No. I've asked you to stop.
Okay.
So I knit this just straight. So the sleeves are like big tubes. They don't get smaller. And then at the last one, right when you're about to hit, probably about here on your wrist, because you want this to be the cuff, right about here, you're going to just do a whole row of K2 togs. So make sure you have an even number when you're going down for the sleeve. I also, when I was doing the sleeves, I picked up an extra stitch on both sides. Instead of picking up 4 stitches, I picked up 6. And then in the first row after that, I K2 togged those each so that I was back on track with the right amount of stitches and I didn't have these holes. It still leaves a tiny hole, but they're not bad. Usually when you're doing a raglan, you have these big holes there, which is probably great so you don't sweat, but you know. So anyway, you get to about here and you do a whole row of K2 tog. And that gives you the small circumference that should fit your wrist, and then you do the rib. So I'm going to have to go and scold my child, so if you'll excuse me, just take a brief intermission. Thank you. I didn't have to scold her. She's such a good kid, but you know, kids don't have boundaries. They don't say, Mommy's doing something. Let me just let her do it. She was crawling behind my camera to try and get something. So she just wanted a pen. It's fine. Anyway, one more righteous close-up of all my color work here. And if Amy from Knit Collage is watching this, or anyone who talks to her on a personal level, tell her Gemma Darling really wants you to please bring back this pink. This pink is called Love Cloud. It was a color of the Knit Collage yarn Spun Cloud, which is this. Big, bulky, lovely skeins. And they discontinued it. And I know, she has so many wonderful colors. I shouldn't get hung up on one, but it was such a gorgeous pink. I have 2.5 skeins of it left. Should be here somewhere. Let's see. Where is it? I have so much yarn at my feet, you guys would die. Let's see, where is it? Seriously, show yourself. Here it is, I found it. This. Oh my God, I love it. I love it so much. And I have this and 2 other skeins left. And so I've just been using it as like accents and other things, but I want to use it. I wanted to make a blanket with this gray and the cream, like something like this, in like a chevron. I thought that was so dreamy, but.
Okay, now I need some blue.
Well, hun, why don't you go downstairs where all your art supplies are and go do what you want to do and bring it back up here.
Whatever. No.
So anyway, that is Love Cloud. And come on, guys, let's start like a whole like rally. Come on, rally around the Love Cloud. Anyway, so that's my second FO. Okay. What else do I have to show you guys? I had a notebook somewhere. I don't know where I put it. Of course. I'm such a mess. Some people are not. You know, some people have everything beautifully organized and they just don't have the stress that I have. Okay, so now we're into whips. And after I had made, so you want me to wear this necklace? Okay, thank you. Okay, so, oh, that's pretty. It matches.
Thanks.
Here, you want this? Did you want this?
Oh, yeah.
It's black, though.
Oh.
What do you want? You're looking for colors? I don't think I have that up here, what you're looking for. I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry, bud. All right, so let's see. We're talking about this now. Okay. So, I love this project bag. It's like my Alice in Wonderland. I love it. This one is from Pink Hazel. You know, I haven't bought a new Pink Hazel in a while. I'm going to have to do that. Pink Hazel. The best bags. Best. So I decided to go back to one of my shawls that I was like in the progress of making because I didn't want it to just fall by the wayside and then you never go back to it. And so this is a Gatsby shawl, and I'm actually in the middle of a row right now. So I've never showed you anything on my podcast while I'm in the middle of a row because I find it to be a sacrilege to try and like to stop knitting in the middle of a row. Oh, I smell the gravy. He did a good job. Maybe he'll be rewarded tonight. And by that I mean I'll find some chocolate in the basement. I don't do that. Okay, so poor Andy. So I have to find more skeins of this because I wanted to tell you guys what the colorway name is. It's Asylum Fibers. It's beautiful, this color. It's like mochas and browns and hot pink and light pink, and it's beautiful. And I saw this colorway in something, and I texted Stephanie, and I was like, when are you going to be doing this on DK? And she's like, I'll make it for you. And she did, and I love it. It's gorgeous. So I'm in the middle of the shawl, in the row, I'm sorry. And I'm at the part where I'm doing all of the chevrons across the bottom. So if you can see, there's like a little bit, they're different here now. See? It's really nice. It's an easy garter shawl. It's mindless for the most part until you get to the end. I made this for my mother-in-law last year. My stepmother-in-law is wonderful, and I thought, well, you never know what to get her for Christmas, and every other Christmas she asks us to get her towels, and I'm like, I'm not getting you towels. I'm sorry. That is underwhelming, and so I knit her something last year. And I'm doing the baubles now. I loved it so much what I made for her. I made it for her. Do you remember the blue shawl I made? It was like a dark blue with dark grays, and it was magpie fibers. I loved that colorway. I'm gonna have to make a sweater out of that colorway. It's so beautiful. Anyway, I'm on the part with the baubles, and they're very big, the baubles. I don't know if you can see them. They're like right here. And there's one here. There's 2, 3. So I was talking to my uncle this morning, and I started doing the baubles, and then I was like, this is taking a really long time because I'm very nervous when I do stuff like this, and I count and I recount and I count and I recount so that I don't get to the end of the row and have to frog it, because if you do something like a bauble and have to frog it, everything kind of gets stretched out already. So I didn't want to have to do that, so I'm counting and counting and counting, and I realized in a half an hour I only did 3. But it's about the process, not the product. But again, this is the Gatsby shawl by Dawn Landix, and I believe her name is Dawn Henderson, and you can look it up on Ravelry. It is beautiful. I wish I had the pattern up here to show you. I could probably look it up on my phone. Give me a second. Okay, so I looked it up, and this is the shawl. It's really, really pretty. I just think that you guys would love it. It's a simple knit, and you know, once you get towards the end, it has some interesting things to do. Do you like it?
It's not really a pretty color though.
Well, this one is just, she did it in gray. Because like when you're doing a pattern, when you do it in a really demure yarn, you can see the pattern better. Yeah. I probably shouldn't have picked a crazy speckled yarn for this, but I just want to wear what I want to wear. And the truth is, once you wrap stuff around your neck, you know, it's all in a clump anyway. This is the yarn. I found it. It is Asylum Fibers. This is their Cashmere DK. And it's not, you know, her yarn is not expensive. So if you're able to, splurge for the Cashmere DK. It is an 80-10-10. And the name of this is Cherry Baby. Cherry Baby. I can't sing. I know it. It's really that one thing in life, besides like curing cancer and all the other really important things, it's that one thing I just would love to be able to do. I used to be able to dance really well. I could have been a pop star. I'm sorry, I'm being so distracted. But on another note, I'm not cursing. So there you go. All right, so there's that. That's in the process. That should be an FO the next time I talk to you guys. I also have, Franny drew her scarf. Great job, kid. It's a great job.
That's what it would look like if it was a picture.
Oh, okay.
And can I?
Beautiful.
And
you're like Van Gogh.
And you said that I would get back to them soon, so can I get back to them now?
Well, let me finish with what I'm doing, okay?
Okay.
Just sit down. Maybe you'll learn something. You are a knitter.
I will not learn anything right now.
Oh my gosh, she's like on the floor. Okay, so remember this? I had been free knitting some Knit Collage, and it was in their fuchsia colorway. And I decided I just wanted to make like some 80s like sweatshirt kind of thing, like that would just come to my midsection here. And, you know, then maybe I'd make sleeves or it would just go off the shoulder, you know, very like Kelly Kapowski. I don't know. I have to try it on and see if it's going to fit because it's coming out really, really wide. But I may like that. I don't know. So now I put the bottom together here and I started knitting in the round after I knit up the front, bound off, cast on, knit down the back. Then I had this like shell. It was like, you know, if you were like selling something in a parking lot, it was like a sandwich board. And so I put it together on the bottom. I think I already showed you guys this, but now I have to just seam up the sides. I'm trying to figure out how big I want the sleeve to be because I may actually make it like wing sleeves. I may actually just pick up all of these from way down there and make them just like go up to my wrist. So I have no idea what I'm going to do. Stay tuned, but I hate picking up stitches. I hate it. I think it's one of the worst things in knitting. I effing hate it. And so I think that's why this is sitting idle, is because I now need to pick up stitches and figure out what I'm doing, and I don't want to. So, you know. Anyway, that is in my playster bag here. My playster backpack that I got at Vogue Knitting in 2020, right before everyone in the world just completely exploded into chaos. And yeah, Dinah gave it to me as a gift from the knitting place. You guys know Dinah, right? She's wonderful. And I went to pay for it and she said nope. And I was like, I argued with her and then I didn't argue with her because you don't argue with someone trying to do something nice for you. But she is so wonderful. If you are ever in Long Island, please visit the knitting place. It is a beautiful yarn shop and the community there is second to none. So again, Dinah, thank you. She's given me such gifts over the years. You really have no idea. All right. Stashquisitions. Okay. So you already saw the loopy mango that my kid has. She already has her own stash, which is fan-freaking-tastic. Okay. And then I got some more Knit Collage in some colors I thought I might need some extras, but you guys know I have a lot. I actually am really loving this one that I got. This is their sister yarn, And Sister yarn is kind of like Spun Cloud. I guess it's the sister to Spun Cloud, but it doesn't have the stellina in it. And it's not really, I mean, some of the skeins are thick to thin, but really it's not as much. So this is just beautiful to me. I absolutely love it. It's this one is called Driftwood. And I might need to get some more of this because there is a pattern on their website that I want to knit, and it's knit from wrist across to the wrist. And I think that would be really interesting because I haven't done anything like that. And I really like the bulkier yarns to be something that's just like hangs kind of off you. I don't like it when it fits me perfectly. I guess maybe it's like a claustrophobia or something, but I love that everyone wears it in different ways. And, today we were watching the celebration video for the end of the Cal, and there were like no two sweaters were alike. And it's one of the things I really love about the knit along. And so just show you the underside of my dress as I'm trying to like put it out. What is that, a bell?
No, this is Mima's hat, and I accidentally rated.
That actually is very good. Are you going to color it in?
I added 4 lines, so that means we're going to add this ball into Mima's hat.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're going to put stripes in it? So we're doing the blue with the little bits of white like this, and then we're going to put stripes in it? Is that what you want to do?
No, it's not that. One color is for, one section is for each color.
Oh, but you're going to use all the colors?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Ambitious. All right.
Ambitious.
So the next thing that I'm going to cast on is with this. I showed you this last time. I got this from Chelsea Yarns. It is their Donegal Tweed Rustic DK in First Snow. Can you please stop ripping paper?
This is what I'm ripping.
Please stop. And I'm going to make the boho beats shawl. Do I have the pattern for that? I thought I had it in this project bag. I don't know. Nothing's working out today. Just nothing. Let's see. I do. Okay. This is the boho beats shawl. It's designed by Amanda Kafka. Sammy had her way with it and did a little bit of art on it. But if you can see, it's just very like, it's really cool. I really like it. You can't really see it in these pictures, but it's got a lot of fringe and it just looks really boho. And I want something that I can just throw around my neck that will literally match everything. And so whenever I take a chance ordering Chelsea Yarns instead of, because we can't see a lot of the yarns in person anymore, I'm never disappointed, ever, with the stuff that I order from her. So First Snow, and I'm going to be making the boho beats. And so that's going to happen. I also want to cast on a little sweater. I need to learn how to knit faster. I have to say, I am getting better at taking something from start to finish. I realize I love my yarn and I want to wear it. And if I don't finish it, you don't get to wear it. So that is just some really simple, insane logic for all of you people out there that buy stuff like crazy like I do. I also did the Advents. You guys watched, if you watched my Vlogmas and Chrismica, it was a lot of Advents here. We did the Bon Maman Advent where I tried to poison Shelby and Gigi. I'm so sorry. I really meant that to be like a nice gift. Last year, my father was like, you have to get this. It's so good. It's all these little jellies. And it was like wild blueberry and like raspberry and like strawberry and like, but they're just, they're gorgeous. Like Bon Maman is a wonderful brand. And usually I quite enjoy their jelly and jams and things. And wow, that Advent was interesting. Yeah, it had like one of them was like something in bergamot. I'm like, that is an Earl Grey tea. I don't want to eat it. Like, it tastes different when it's in tea. I guess because it's steeped. I don't know. But when I had it in jelly, it was disgusting. Some of the stuff was like lemon balm. Like, why can't you just say lemon? Just add lemon to it. Like, that would be fine. I was like, raspberry and lemon. That sounds delicious. Raspberry and lemon balm. Like, bleh. I feel like I'd be eating leaves. So the seedless raspberry was delicious. Their Christmas one, they had one that was all Christmas spice. The Christmas spice jelly was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was delicious. So we took breadsticks, my mom, my sister, no, sorry, haven't seen my sister in months because of this frickin' virus. My mom and my kids were kind of bubbling now that my dad has passed and she doesn't have to be taking him to appointments and stuff anymore, which is unfortunate and fortunate. It's not fortunate, but you know, I don't want her out there while all this stuff is going on, and I didn't want him out there while it was all going on, but now that he is no longer with us, we are bubbling with her because otherwise she doesn't get to see another human being. So, yeah, she comes here and we waited like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then we unmasked and we literally get all our groceries delivered, and Andy's working from home and she's retired and I'm retired. So, and the kids are being homeschooled. And so, yeah, we've locked down and we're still staying that way. And until the kids are both vaccinated and I get my booster, that is the way it's going to stay. Franny's been doing really, really well in school, though. She's just doing amazing. So all is good. So we did a lot of Advents because I was like, we're stuck in the house. We need something to look forward to every day. So I got 4 Advents. And you know what? I don't even know why I didn't bring them up here. That was just mad stupid of me. I did one from, you guys watch. I did Beehive Yarns, which was amazing. I chose a DK one because most of them are all fingering weight, and you know I don't make a lot of stuff in fingering weight, but I do hold it double if I'm going to do a granny blanket. So I may do that. The one that, of course, that I enjoyed so much was from Chelsea Yarns. Now, I ordered this pouch. It did not come with the cowl. There was another one, same shape, same size, different on it. It had a different thing on it. It looked like a postcard. It was adorable. It had all sorts of treats in it. The girls were like having a conniption one night because there were no cookies. And of course, usually you just say, okay, go to sleep. You're not going to freak out over cookies. And I was like, they're like 2 and 5. Like, they can freak out over cookies. And I looked in my prize pack, my adventure pack, and there were cookies. And I was like, oh, praise Christina. So she saved me. I thought I would just show you some handfuls of it. I'm not going to show you all of them because that would be absurd. There are a lot of them. But she really just nails it. I mean, her stuff is just gorgeous. I think all of these are hers. I mean, I'm sure they are. I put all of them in here. That one I love. That purple one. What's up? Look at these, right? I mean, she's so good. She's so good. And then there's these. So, and there's a couple more. So what I would like to do with them is I am going to start another granny blanket. And you guys know the one that I made for Franny. It's not done yet because I have to do the border, but it was my first one. Ooh, I just dropped them everywhere. Crapple. Oh, this was one of my favorites. I love this one. And it comes with this, thing that tells you what each one's called. Like, she names them all. And they all have to do with the theme. I'm not sure what this... I forget what this one was, because I think that last year was Cozy Cabin, and I missed out on that one. I was like so upset. And then I missed out on this one because I'm an idiot and I didn't set a timer. And she put up some new ones at the end. She had a couple left over, and I grabbed it. And I did not make that same mistake for Valentine's Day. I set that timer and I got the Valentine's Day Advent, and I am ready to go. So those are that, and I think she dyes with a lot of them have a chocolate brown speckle in them, so I think I'm going to do what I did with Franny's blanket and carry like a chocolate brown stripe through. So I'll do like one of hers and then put the chocolate brown in, which is the one I did last year under my tush here. Ooh, my tush just got cold. This is the hat?
Yep.
This is the hat that Franny's been making for my mother.
And no one can tell her.
No one tell her. No one tell Mima Marty, okay? Okay. So this is the one that I made for Franny last year. And you see I did like these 7 stripes, and then I did a chocolate. I did a lighter, then a darker, then a lighter and darker. Like, I cannot do something that's just scrappy. I think about it too much. But I think that what I'm going to do is, again, hold it double because hers are all fingering weight. And I'm going to just go as far as that skein goes, and then whatever stitch I'm on, even if it's not at the end, I'll just start my chocolate brown, and it will look all haphazard and cool. And I'm going to do that. Because I really like having this to work on every day. I loved it. I did like a stripe of color every day. So each week I finished one of the quadrants. And I thought that was a great way to do it. I didn't, however, know how to measure with my cast on, so it is a very irregular shape and size. But that really doesn't bother me. I think it came out good. So I just have to put some fringe on it. I did a border around most sides of it except the bottom. So I just want to put it a little bit thicker, and that'll be done. May I help you?
Can you help me get the rest of my dress up so I can go pee?
Sure. Yeah, you need to tuck it in your back. Yeah. There you go. So whenever she has to go to the bathroom, she takes her dress. You won't see my underwear, so I can do this. And we tuck it into her shirt like that. I'm like, yes, that's how you do it so that you can go pee. So sometimes she can't do it. She's like, can you help me tuck my dress into this, please? Anyway, okay, let me resituate. All right, okay, so what else do I have to show you? I did the cake wool advent. I don't know where all my advent stuff is right now, so I can bring that and show you next time, but it's really just a bunch of minis. I did the cake wool, I did marinated, I did beehive and Chelsea yarns, and that was fun. It was fun, and you know, I don't use mini skeins so much, so I buy these, you know, these big glass things, and you walk into the first aisle in Home Goods, it's always glass, and they have these crazy big jars, and this is like, I could fit like my child in this. It's huge, but they're great to put all your little nubbins in so you can see them. See, I put a bat in here. That was Amanda Solomon. That's really gorgeous. I think it was called Beyonce. And then I have one here waiting. And this one's just some cakes that I don't know where they go or what they are. So I use them for scrap yarn. And then Cake Wool had two big skeins at the end. And it's on her al dente base, which is a 70-20-10, which is 70 merino, 20 cashmere, 10 nylon. So it's a little bit more cashmere. And it's, one is called Adventure and one is called Toy Maker. So those are interesting. I thought they were really fun. And again, they were by Cake Wool. There you go. And I liked that. And then I ordered some stuff from Sweet Skein of Mine. Hi, Amanda. And, sorry, I love the crinkle. So this is going to be a gift for someone, and maybe you can guess who, but I'm not going to tell you. And this is Marigold. Isn't that a beautiful color? It's really not even doing it justice, like on the screen right now. I just thought it was beautiful. And I thought of one of my friends that loves gold. And I have a whole bunch of stuff for her that it's in this humongous box. And she's going to kill me when I send it to her. But I've been like collecting stuff that's gold. And I'm just going to send it to her like a big prize pack. I say that that's what we do in 2022. If you have a friend that's just, you know, like working hard. And then in momming and pandemicking and caring about their parents. And all this stuff that's going on right now. Send them random gifts in 2022. Could be the tiniest little thing. We love getting mail. We love it. So if you don't want to go to the post office, you just leave it outside. Your postman will take it and you can buy postage online. There's really no excuse. But guys, send some love around. Okay, let's do that in 2022. From Sweet Skein of Mine, I also got this. If you can see, she included this little reindeer. Isn't that adorable? It's Rudolph! Oh my God, I love it. I love it. I love it. Did I say I love it? I love it. So, it's on both of them. She said they're for the girls, but I'm pretty sure they're for me. But this is, let's see, Teddy Bear DK. It's DK and it's really, can you see that? It's like puffily and soft. By the way, I make up my own words. It's puffily. So, there you go. And yes, you're not like dreaming. It is hot frickin' pink. It is literally like neon pink that we had in the 80s with our hypercolor shirts and like, you know, all of our good like, oh, what was that? We used to wear the shirts up on the side. You went to the roller rink, you know, like stuff like that. That reminds me, there's a roller rink in Rhinebeck. I say Saturday, after we go to Sheep and Wool, everyone goes and gets a little bit of dinner and then we all meet at the roller rink. The next time we are meeting at the roller rink. that is just going to be a party, okay? Meet me there. Cool. So sweet skein of mine sent me this stuff. Well, I bought it from her. Ooh, I have a fuzz in my eye. Oh, I hate this. Do you ever get this? They attach themselves onto your mascara until you have picked off all your makeup. Oh, come on, girlfriend. I don't want to pick off my mascara. Whatever. I'm going to end up picking out my eyeball. Then I got some from Farmer's Daughter Fibers. I got like a bunch of stuff, but I got like a bunch of their like tweed. I really like the tweed stuff. I think it makes everything look so rich. This one I got a while ago. It's called Paul Newman and it's in their tweed DK. But then I got this color. The rest of them I think are downstairs. Craggy Tweed DK, 85 Merino, 15% NEP, and it's 231 yards. And this color is PBR. Isn't that a pretty color? I'm making my father-in-law a hat with this. It was supposed to be for Christmas. We've had a little bit of a backup, so that will be my next project. I thought it was really pretty. Oh, no, wait, this one's not for him. I got him a light blue. I thought maybe he'd like the light blue better. I don't know. If you're watching this, Margie, like tell me, light blue or this blue? Which blue? Which blue is better? So anyway, I got that. Do I have the rest of them up here? Does anyone like totally live for the stuff that comes wrapped around your knit collage? Right? You do? Yeah. You raising your hand like you're in school?
Well,
what's up? I keep getting interrupted. I'm very sorry. So we're going to go back into stash positions. I just have a big pile of stuff here that I'm kind of picking at. I do want to start a sweater with this. I had bought this from Chelsea Yarns a while ago. This is their Vanilla Bean in their Luxe DK. And I really want to start something with this soon. It's just a cream with some brown splotches on it, and I think it's going to be a beautiful sweater. I bought 6 skeins of it. That's going to be a lot. So I'm probably going to start the top, do the sleeves, get them done, and then go as far as I can on the body. Because I am all about the tunic, okay? I am all about covering the tush so I can just wear leggings, leggings, leggings. Though I have to tell you, I really liked low-rise jeans, not the crazy low-rise, like when I worked at BB. They were so low, it was just like, it was crazy. But I like low-rise jeans, and 7 jeans just came out with their original cuts from like, what, the like late 90s or something, and it's amazing. So I ordered a bunch of them. My husband's like, what is this? I'm like, I have to try them on. They're jeans. I'll send back like a bazillion pairs, but like I had to buy them, and they're like ridiculously expensive, and they were on sale, and I was so excited. So that will look so cute with a pair of jeans. But I mean, who wears jeans anymore? If I left my house, maybe I'd wear jeans. Anyway, next. When I bought the Marionated Advent, which was really cool because it was like a maker's Advent. It was like all dyers. It was like all different indie dyers, and I really, really enjoyed it. So all the money went to, I believe, a kitchen that fed people in need. And so, of course, I was going to buy it because what's better than getting yarn yourself and helping someone at the same time? I mean, we shouldn't need to get anything in return, but it was a nice gesture. And so Marionated Yarns, I don't know if you guys know Marionated Yarns. I have talked about her before. Marion is a beautiful, beautiful soul, and I had ordered this also. It's a worsted weight. It's called Cassiopeia on Playtime Worsted. It's a beautiful purplish, like deep, deep berry color. And you know that that's my bag, so I love this. I don't know, maybe I'll make a hat for myself out of it. But, you know, I really like it when I find worsted. I love worsted weight yarn. It's quick, it's beautiful, it's really warm. I keep getting fuzz in my eyes. And so you don't come across it too often. Like most dyers stop with DK and then go right to chunky, which is totally fine. You have to dye what you feel your people want. And I just love worsted. I think worsted weight sweaters are wonderful. The stitch definition is really, really good. It's great when you're doing yokes because it's nice and warm. And so I really, really love Marionated. Her colors are amazing. Please visit her website. I believe it is marionatedyarns.com. Yes. And what else do I have over here? I don't know. I think that's it. What's this? Oh, that's pretty. That was from the Lamb Strings yarn when I did that Advent. Did I ever show you guys this? I did the October Advent. I don't know if I ever showed you guys that because that was when my dad passed away, and so we did the Advent, but I didn't podcast, so I don't know if I ever showed you guys this, but this was the last one in her Advent. Lamb Strings yarn is very, very good. She does one for October because she likes kind of like the gory things. This is her Utopia DK, and it's called The Dead Come Out to Play, and just look at that. It's beautiful. So I have a lot of single skeins of DK. I mean, I may have to do a destash at some point because I don't want to be found dead under my yarn, because obviously that would not be good for the yarn. But, you know, my glazed pecan, I have random skeins just sitting next to me of everything. And I just, let's see. Oh, this one. Look at this one that I got. I ordered for some reason. I never use mohair because I am mad allergic to it, but I thought this was so beautiful. Christina from Chelsea Yarns came up with this. It's called a duet. And when you buy it, you get a skein of fingering weight in the slub. See that? And you get it wrapped with the same color in mohair. And it's wrapped into one big fat skein. And it's 2 skeins of yarn. She calls it a duet. This is Peacock. This is gorgeous. And when I ordered it, she said to me, you know what? I'm going to send you the other ones, and then I'm going to send you this later because I want to re-dye it. She didn't like the one that she had. She didn't think it was pretty enough, I guess, but all her stuff is pretty. And she re-dyed it for me. Isn't that exquisite? It's gorgeous. And you know what? I actually don't even want to knit with it. I just want to keep it as a skein. It's like, maybe I'll put it in one of my apothecary jars to look at it because it's so beautiful. But it really would make a beautiful, beautiful sweater. Those colors, oh my God. So good. See, it's always brown, pecan gold, and any other color is just exquisite. That's right. So she twists them together like you would do for one skein, and she makes a duet. And she was, I believe, and I could be wrong, so I'm not going to say, but I believe she was the first one to do this. A couple other dyers have followed suit, which no problem, guys. Like, we borrow for ideas from everyone in the world, so like no problem. But I just thought it was so innovative and beautiful to package them this way. And then it makes this beautiful, I mean, it's gorgeous. Peacock in a duet, guys. Get it. Get it, knit it, love it. Anyway, I guess that's the end of what I have to talk to you guys about. I could go on ranting about politics. At this point, I would say if you're watching with a little person, you may want to tell them to leave the room or watch the rest later because I do tend to curse. I don't really want to talk much about politics. I have not been keeping up with a lot that's going on. Well, I mean, I have been, but it's really the same old shit, right? So it's just like Biden wants to do something good for the people. The Republicans say no. Biden wants to feed children. The Republicans say no. Biden wants to do this. The Republicans say no. They're not even listening to what he wants to do anymore. They're just saying no. That is their MO. They want to take down his administration. And the truth is, after a while, don't people that vote Republican ever say, wow, they're not actually doing anything for us? Don't they ever say that? I mean, I guess they're blocking their taxes from going up and all this stuff, but I mean, we have like a crumbling infrastructure in this country, like bridges about to break. You know, do these people that vote Republican don't use bridges? Do they not? So I just feel like at this point, we really need to stop paying attention to what Biden's doing. Like and that sounds dumb, right? We need to stop paying attention to it and nitpicking it. Because I know a lot of people that voted for him, maybe because they had to, not because they wanted to, but people that voted for him, and I don't know what they expected. You know, we gave him a 50-50 Senate. We knew that Manchin and Sinema were going to like just obstruct everything and vote with the Republicans. At this point, I really think they should be thrown out of the Democratic Party. You know, like 8 million more people voted for Biden. 8 million. Not 8, not 800, not 800,000. 8 million. That is a ton of people. So if they wanted what he was selling, then he should be able to do it for the country. Now, I understand that things have to get past the House and but it always passes the House. And the House is a much better representation of the people than the Senate is. Because North Dakota and South Dakota have like 10 people in them, and they have 2 senators each, and California has 2 senators. And California is like millions of people. So I really think we need to like restructure a lot of our government agencies. You know, like you should get a senator based on how many millions of people you have and things like that. Maybe there shouldn't only be 100. I don't know exactly because I'm not that well versed in structures of government, but I do know enough to know that this is not working. It is not. But I'm not going to blame Biden. I'm not. Look, is he a grandpa trying to drive like a bus of like really young people? Yes. But his heart's in the right place. Like, he wants to do really good things. He can't get it passed. And for some reason, he keeps talking about everything being bipartisan. And truthfully, that ship has sailed. We are playing checkers, and they are playing chess. And they don't have the same rules, babe. They just don't. So, at this point, I think we just need to beef up for 2022. And we need to get him a Senate that's going to pass his shit. Because if we don't do that, then there's no sense in ever voting for president. Because if anytime we win, if nothing's going to get done, like, what is going on? You know, the Republicans only really represent 25% of the people in this country. If you really look at, like, who votes and this and that, it's 25% of the people. How are 25% of the people running our entire government? And that is a problem. So, if you are proactive in your community, if you see people and they say, well, I voted for Biden instead of Trump and he's not doing much better, he's trying to. If you guys are watching this January 6th committee subpoenaing everybody and trying to get all of this dirt, they say they have so much stuff that we will not even believe. I mean, Trump was actually about to start seizing voting machines. And do I believe this stuff? Yes. I'm not gullible. I think these things are perfectly plausible. Those of us from, like, I worked in New York City for 8 years. My father, like, worked there for 40-something years. Like, we are New Yorkers, even though we live right into Jersey, you know, over the bridge. We are an extension of New York. We always had our feet. I worked there for years. I worked right by Trump Tower. People used to laugh at him. He was a crazy gigolo. I don't think anyone knew that he wanted to be our king. And I really think that people need to stop looking at, oh, my taxes will go up. Oh, I mean, come on. Like, that's really what it comes down to. The Republicans are just voting for racist policies over and over again. The voting suppression. It's like gerrymandering. All this shit. It is literal racism. Okay, so if someone you says that you are friends with and you're like, I don't want to hate this person. They're Republican, but I don't want to hate them. Like, I want to ask you how you can't hate them at this point. Because, like, you're okay with so many bad things, you know? Just because you like someone because they're nice to you doesn't mean that they're doing something nice for other people. And I don't know you, but I judge my friends by how they treat other people, you know? Like, not just me, but it is just blatant racism at this point. It really is. And I know Biden says this is not us. This is not us. And everyone's like, of course it's us. This is us. It's what we are. But it's not what we have to be. That, I think, is what he needs to start saying. It doesn't have to be us. We do have the power to change it. About 70 people in this country, I think they said it was like 69%, do not want Roe versus Wade overturned. 70. But since we let him stack the court, now we have a court that could overturn it. But that's not the will of the people. And I mean, I know our forefathers and, you know, colonialism and all the, you know, like, I know it's all bad, but if you look at the structure of our government's supposed to be in our hands, and that is something pretty miraculous that they tried to build. So we need to take it back, because if there are 70% of us and 30% of them, we should be running the country how we want. And for some reason, we can't fucking get it done. So, so if Manchin and Sinema are not up for re-election anytime soon, if we're having all these problems with them, then we need to flip some other states. And that comes down to us. If you see a candidate in another state that's maybe a little bit purple, donate to their campaign. Even if they're not in your state. I donated to Georgia like crazy because we were trying to get oh God, now I forget their names, like Warnock and shit, I can't remember his name, the other guy. We were trying to get them in office, and we did. And we did. So we have the power, and so that is what I would like you to take away from this today. Okay, rant over. Fiend. Now, before I go, I just want to say thank you to all of you who reached out about my dad passing away. I know my last podcast was very sad. I cry every day. I miss him so much. I can't even put it into words. And like, he was a Sicilian father. They are not perfect and they are not a cakewalk. He was very, very colorful person. But his absence is so palpable and my kids are so upset. And Franny cried herself to sleep for like the first 2 months. She's like, I miss Pop Pop, and she would just burst into tears, which just destroyed me. But one thing that was really magical about growing up with he and my mom was that they were able to discipline my sister and I. At the same time, we respected them enough to know why they were disciplining us. We knew, like, they never stopped us from having fun unless they had to because it was something that would hurt us. And so because of that, we grew up with this great respect for them, and they eventually just became our friends. And I love my mother to death. Like, I would take a bullet for her. But I also just love laughing with her. And I really miss laughing with my dad. And that to me is just such an awful thing. It's also awful that, like, he was so intelligent, always had his nose in a book, and all that dies with someone. And I hate that. I hate that everything he collected in his wrinkled brain died with him. So I'm really, really upset that he's gone. I'm still angry, and everyone's telling me not to be angry, and I have to. I need to feel my feelings. I need to be angry for a while. But I just want to thank all of you that reached out with gifts and cards and beautiful comments and things. And I'm so sorry to all of you that have lost loved ones in the same way or lost ones during this pandemic. I'm really pissed that there was a pandemic the last year and a half of his life, so that I don't have pictures. I don't have a picture of the 9 of us. My sister, her husband, and their kid, the 4 of us, and my mom and dad. I don't have a picture of all of us. Because by the time Sammy was born in July of 2019, and then she had RSV that Christmas. So she didn't even get any Christmases with my dad. None. Not even that last 2019 Christmas. And I stayed home with her because RSV is highly contagious. I didn't want my sister's baby to get it. And so I stayed home with her, and that was the last Christmas I would have spent with my dad before COVID. And so we didn't get a picture of the 9 of us. And he never got to hear Sammy babble. She babbles now. And I'm really, really upset. But again, thank you for all of your well wishes. And I'm so sorry for all of you that have lost loved ones in the same way or other ways. It's just devastating. And to Regina King, who's just lost her son to suicide. I mean, these things are unimaginable, but but they happen. And it's just awful. I love her to death. I love Regina King. She's wonderful. And to those that sent me gifts, I've told you Vanessa sent me the kit for the knit along. And my friend Sarah sent me the tree, and Gigi and Shelby showed up at the wake, which was a huge gift. And Lisa Knits sent me a bottle of champagne, a thing of chocolates, and an olive tree to plant in his memory, which was so unexpected, and I really, really appreciate it. It was a beautiful gesture. Thank you so much. So as we start 2022, guys, just live your best life. Even if you're at home all the time, just live your best life. And I will be here to cheer for everything good that happens to you, even if it's just getting up in the morning, getting yourself out of bed, and doing something that's difficult. You know, we're all going through something right now, so we just need to be each other's cheerleaders. All right, guys, so thank you so much for watching. Please tune in for Vlogentine's Day. I'll be starting on February 1st. You'll get a video on February 2nd. And we're having a tea party again on Valentine's Day with new fascinators. And I know it's just the same old shit, but I gotta have my kids smiling somehow. So I hope you'll tune in for that. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope you guys have a wonderful knitting month, week, year, whatever it takes for me to get back here and vlog to you. Bye, guys.